In Celtic match. Aberdeen had new keeper David Priest in goal. No other new names in Ebbe Skovdal's first league game in charge. A busy midfield there with Pepper, Bernard, Jess and Young, Winters and Wyness up front. Well, despite what you read this morning, Jonathan Gould was given the nod in goal. League debuts for Berkovic and Tebily for Celtic. A first look at John Barnes' new lineup, Moravcik and Berkovic sitting behind Larsson and Viduka. Commentator Peter Martin.
A new season gets underway, new hope for both teams. Aberdeen against Celtic, the first in the new Scottish Premier League. John Barnes just giving out instructions there. Celtic come away again. And as you can see, coming across Pittodrie, there's a mist coming in from the sea. Very much the conditions at Easter Road yesterday between Hibs and Motherwell. Thankfully, still playable. Here's Moravcik, chance to cross the ball, and there it is, Larsson, and well away from Dave Priest. Celtic with the opening goal, 3 minutes gone, Henrik Larsson, and the Aberdeen goalkeeper had no chance. A great cross from Moravcik, Larsson with a header, and Celtic are 1 up. The tongue is out, and the goal scoring has started once again. For last season's Player of the Year, it was a lovely ball in, Larsson rising up there, heading it down across Dave Pearce. Moravcik with a cross in, Larsson heading down, Pearce with no chance. Celtic are a goal in front. And the Aberdeen captain Derek White will not be happy that Larsson managed to out-jump him in the box. Henrik Larsson, 39 goals last season, and that's his first of the season. Here's Berkovic, well, he's allowed time to turn. Plays a quick 1-2 with Larsson. Good play again by Celtic. Now Moravcik, can he get another good cross in? He can! Almost an own goal. Andy Dow looking towards Derek White. And Aberdeen nearly went 2 goals down. That was a chance. And once again, the quick passing. And then Moravcik with a dangerous cross. Lovely, just away from Pearce. And Andy Dow didn't know much about that. Moravcik. The in-swing and Larsson again. Dave Priest just looking towards Stuart Dougal. Moravcik, again a brilliant corner. Larsson just trying to get the touch. Henrik Larsson, 1 goal to his credit, and now Berkovic with the corner. Different style, Larsson! Oh, almost 2-0. The woodworks saving Aberdeen's blushes. Henrik Larsson almost making it 2-0 to Celtic. Berkovic, different style of corner, the head flick from Weghorst, and Larsson denied by the post. Lambert building, Berkovic past one man. This is a chance, Eyal. Berkovic, Larsson laying it off again. Berkovic trying the drive. Out to Weghorst, switched over to Tom Boyd. Moravcik. And he's away easily enough past Darren Young. There's the cross in, there's the goal! 2-0 Celtic! Mark Viduka. And would you believe it, a carbon copy of the first goal. Moravcik with a cross from the touchline. Viduka attacking the ball. Unlike Henrik Larsson before him, the ball ends up in the back of the net. Moravcik easily past Darren Young, swerving the ball in. There's the header. Celtic 2-0 up. Lovely ball in from Moravcik. Dave Priest with no chance. The header downwards once again, Viduka, and it's 2-0 Celtic. Henrik Larsson, and again they move it wide. Vida reset, Larsson just a flick in. Berkovic, lovely play by Celtic, looking for the 1-2. Oh, this will be a great goal if it comes into him. Moravcik blocked away. Lovely passing move by Celtic. Weghorst putting it in, the danger still there. There's a chance, 3-0. Mark Viduka, his second of the game. A magnificent move by Celtic. They quite literally tore Aberdeen's defence apart. There's only 3 minutes to go before half-time. Into the path of Viduka. Calm as you like past Dave Priest. Well, Weghorst, reset, Viduka, 3-0. Aberdeen never really caused Celtic any problems in defence, but they might do now. That ball almost finding its way through to Robbie Winters. Jonathan Gould with a rather innocuous clearance. Here come Aberdeen. Here's a chance for Winters. Two Celtic players around him. Penalty kick. And John Barnes looks in disbelief. Tebily smiling, but it's a penalty nonetheless. And the two Celtic players have been adjudged to have been all over the top of Robbie Winters, and no matter what angle you look at, it's a penalty. And we're only 3 minutes into the second half, and Ian Jess has a chance to bring Aberdeen back into this match. Jess, saved by Jonathan Gould. It just seems to go from bad to worse for Aberdeen. Jonathan Gould makes the save. I'm sure most of the Celtic camp will feel justice has been done, but nevertheless it was a penalty to Aberdeen, and Ian Jess has missed that penalty, and Celtic still have a 3-0 lead. Berkovic just stretching, and again Aberdeen really finding it difficult to get a touch on the ball. Berkovic playing that through to Viduka. Viduka just coming inside. Penalty kick to Celtic. Russell Anderson, well, he may have the look of innocence, but there's no doubt that the lovely skill from Viduka took him away, and some would say that was a little harsh on Anderson, but he did actually make contact with Viduka. 53 minutes of this match gone. Penalty kick to Celtic. Henrik Larsson, and there you have the answer. Celtic 4, Aberdeen 0. Henrik Larsson with his second of the afternoon, thanks to the efforts of Mark Viduka, who's already scored 2, and a lesson on how to take a penalty kick. And we did raise the question, how many will Celtic score? We now have 4. Ian Jess. Two Celtic players around him. Laying that back. There's a chance. Great save by Jonathan Gould. And at the second attempt, Aberdeen squandered an opportunity to get at least a consolation goal. Kyriakov keeping the ball low. Gould made the save. Celtic catching Aberdeen out again. Here's a chance to break. Larsson, this will play early. Here's Mark Birchall with a chance, trying to get it onto his left foot, drives it in. Mark Birchall, well, as he often does on so many occasions, comes on as a substitute and adds a killer goal. And on that occasion, Aberdeen caught out in the midfield. Celtic's quick passing, Birchall's left foot. 5-0. Aberdeen lost the ball in the midfield. Birchall really had a chance to pick his spot, and the youngster didn't disappoint. And another goal dispatched into the Aberdeen net. Jess coming away. Good play by Jess. Robbie Winters is there. And so is Tom Boyd. And the Aberdeen fans clearly venting their anger at the performance of their side, and that pass astray once again gives Celtic the chance to build through midfield. Berkovic coming away, and if he looks up he'll find that there's quite a lot of space again for Lubomir Moravchik to exploit, but at the end of it the referee Stuart Dougal brings the game to a close. Henrik Larsson applauds the Celtic fans who made the journey up here to quite simply witness a hammering. It's Aberdeen 0, Celtic 5.
The lads did very well. I was very pleased with the second half, particularly because after going 3-0 up, we could have become complacent in the way that we played, but we didn't. We still pressed forward, we still did the right things, we didn't over-elaborate, and we scored another 2 goals. So the pleasing thing was the performance over 90 minutes.
How long will it take to make this side in any way passable?
It's impossible for me to say. I think we need a cover of signs to help the players here, because they have been very criticised for the last couple of years, I know. So I think we need to help them a little by signing a couple of players.
It's a good start for us today. It was very important to start with win. because it gives confidence to the club, confidence to the player, and it's very important. I'm very happy.
How can you convince your chairman that you really have to spend the money now?
I think he saw the match.
I think he saw the game. Yeah, Graham and Donald watching that with me here. Donald, Aberdeen, poor?
Very poor. Celtic, very impressive. Difficult to know just how good Celtic were as opposed to how bad Aberdeen were. The Aberdeen defence was really woeful, which was a surprise because I would have thought Skodal, if he would do anything, would have tightened them up at the back. But it was four statues standing there watching Celtic coming at them.
And when we see all these goals again, Graham, just everyone quality. Okay, there was a penalty stuck in there, but quality goals.
Yes, they were. What a sophisticated player Henrik Larsson is. A complete player with aerial ability. The spring that he had there, when you see it from the replay, to go with his skill and his reading of the game and his passing intelligence, it's a fantastic header, as is that from Viduka. I think Viduka will prove to be a very good signing for Celtic. One of the legacies that Venglos will leave behind. And there was a suggestion of offside there, but Viduka, for a big guy, has got nice touch and balance with his feet. We discussed that. I thought that was a penalty, but just that people might think that's a bit harsh, but I think it was a clumsy challenge by the defender.
Donald, Rangers will be watching this tonight. What do you think they'll make of it?
I think Dick Advocaat will be impressed, and rightly so. Much more movement from the Celtic midfield. And as opposed to last season, although again you couldn't really tell because Aberdeen didn't take part in the games in attacking force, but the defence looked more confident. The new central defender, Tebily, had a very good game, looks the part, and Eyal Berkovic would seem to be a lad who could probably play a bit, I would think.
I think he can, and one of the guys that Donald didn't mention there, Graham, Moravcik, he had a superb match, didn't he?
Yeah, Moravcik's a smashing player. Again, I was in a minority of one in my admiration for Joseph Venglos, and amid lots of derision from people, Moravcik's signing has proved to be a very good investment for Celtic. What a skillful, entertaining player to watch. And on 2 or 3 occasions tonight, he whipped in fantastic crosses for Larsson and Viduka. He's a terrific talent.
And yet there were people saying beforehand that Moravcik and Berkovic, too similar, they couldn't play together, they played together.
Well, I mean, it seems to me there's a fair amount of tosh being spoken about this Celtic formation. I mean, they are playing with 4 midfielders. They may well play in a staggered formation, 2 slightly further ahead than the other 2. But really, Celtic are playing a 4-4-2 with 4 midfielders being more fluid. And with a player like Moravcik being able to ping in balls from the left side, you don't need fullbacks to be steaming up and down the whole time.
Donald made a good point about, we don't know how bad, if you like, Aberdeen were, but Celtic were impressive tonight. We cannot take that away from them.
No, yeah, that's right, and it's very encouraging for John Barnes. It's going to be a learning process for him, but that will be an incredible boost for John Barnes, because I think John Barnes would have been nervous before that game, and it came right from him.
He won't be so nervous now. 5-0 to Celtic at Finney.